Now, Commitment 2020. Questions for the candidates. We asked the candidates for the 6th Congressional District, what steps do you believe are most necessary to deal with global climate change?
I've put forward a 3-part program for dealing with global climate change. The first thing we need to do is lead as the United States of America in developing carbon-free energy sources for the developed world. That means that we explore next-generation nuclear technologies that are totally safe and are being developed right here in Massachusetts at MIT. It means we invest in renewable energy so that we are developing the green technology of the future and selling them to China and the rest of the world, not the other way around. Right now, China has taken the lead in this field, and we are buying their solar panels, supporting Chinese jobs rather than American workers. We need to reverse that by investing in these technologies here at home. The second thing we need to do is we need to recognize that the developing world contributes to climate change as well. And again, we should be leading in a tech revolution to develop the smaller power sources and other technologies that the developing world needs to reduce their carbon footprint. We should be selling those technologies to the rest of the world as well. This is an opportunity for economic growth and job creation here at home in Massachusetts and the rest of the country, not something that we should be shipping off to other nations overseas. And then third, we need to explore carbon capture technologies, because even if we were to stop putting carbon into the atmosphere today, it wouldn't be enough. There's already too much carbon up there. So we've got to explore the technologies that actually take carbon out of the atmosphere.
With respect to global climate change, there's only 11 trained scientists and engineers in all of Congress, and I would be one of them. I worked at MIT Lincoln Laboratory for 5 years after college, building a space telescope. And I can tell you that the science behind something like the Green New Deal doesn't exist. The world is not going to end in 12 years. That's insanity. That's the definition of insanity. However, there is such thing as global warming. There is such thing as carbon pollution, and we need to have smart solutions to addressing these. I would say a few things. First of all, in 1985, we had the same amount of global emissions, carbon emissions, as we do right now in 2020, 35 years later. Great because of gas. Natural gas, clean natural gas has helped us bring our carbon emissions way down. So there's a lot happening with the technology. With my technology background, I see a lot of promise, where as some people on the far left see a lot of doom and gloom. I disagree with their models. I do believe, again, that there is a problem, but we need to address it with real science, not politically motivated and politically tainted fake science. I look at fusion power as a former optical engineer. Fusion is probably maybe one of our best hopes for future energy. We have to preserve our environment. We have to address global climate change and carbon emissions.
Check out the Commitment 2020 section of the WCVB app or WCVB.com for election news and voter resources.